It's too bad we didn't.
Indeed. You've grown a great deal, Yuma.
Huh? Where'd that come from? It's not like you to say things like,
When you first met that girl, you despised the thought of invoking my power. Do you remember?
yeah, I remember.
And now you make strides. You have begun to understand the true way to wield my strength. And you are not alone in your growth. The other Dragoneers have grown alongside you as well. The songs they play are sweet to my ears and stir in my soul a longing for faraway times. Indulge me in a tale, Yuma. Long ago, before even Ragnarok, the children of man, elf and dragonkind, forged together a means of speech, the rune songs. From my own body, I wrought 7 harmonic armaments, and made gifts of them to the song's players, tokens of my favor, and so much more. Harmonics, as they came to be known, are potent tools. By wielding my flesh, you and your friends may channel dragon energy into forms. But the songs as you know them are mere echoes. An age has passed since man and dragon could truly hear one another's souls. Though it did please me to learn that some listeners yet endure.
You mean Divas Magica? People like Kirika, right?
Yes, and no. I commend her sisterhood for their devotion to my teachings, but those were the days of true masters, songsmiths without peer. Before, the song forms were free, fluid. Any melody born of strong enough emotion could be refined into a rune song, a heart song.
I think I understand. Everyone used to have those powers. Why did we...
Deus cast a wide shadow, and supplicants gathered beneath in desperate hope of salvation. So began an age of transgressions. Understand that dragon energy must be exchanged, given, never taken, guided, never forced into shape. Deus cast aside these notions, and with staggering power brought the world to heel.
As in the catastrophe? What exactly happened?
Quakes, wildfires, the deep places birthed great horrors. Geysers erupted afresh. Natural disasters fueled one another in a fearful cycle, threatening stone, soil, tree, and sky. In short, the world. And so we gathered. The dragons and their sworn champions, its last defenders against Deus. The war that ensued would come to be known in your tongue as Ragnarok. It was nothing like the heroic, glamorous wars of legend. The world we fought for came to ruin. Our champions, once so resolute, and in a final twist of the knife, Deus's faithful seized an harmonic for themselves. With that, the 7 were split, and the last song lost to us. The world lay dying, its throat already cut. Without the last song, we had but one recourse. The 5 world dragons gathered at Deus's seat of power, and in a last act of defiance, we pooled our magic to forge a seal. It was all we could do in such dire straits, to To merely reach Deus demanded more of us than any. In our fight with the Draco Machina, guardians of Deus, we were injured, our power exhausted. What your people call the unapproachable tower was known in those days as the Ziggurat, and it was from within the Deus rock. It was also there that the world dragons made our stand, and there we gave of ourselves to seal both Deus and the tower. Beyond, the other 4 world dragons poured the last of themselves into the seal and turned to crystal. Similar fates should have claimed me. The songs of the Dragoneers whom I fought beside sustained me. My body was broken. My mind was quickly going the way of my siblings. Left with few choices, I made the seal itself. I kept vigil over that seal we placed for untold years. I could not leave, nor do anything but dwell on my
And that was Genus. Why did you...
The seal could not sustain my dragon energy forever. Not like a fleshly... I convinced the man it was to our mutual benefit to cooperate, and we forged a pact. Given the choice, he would always decline the aid of others, preferring his own company. He too was removed from the flow of time by my power, even ceasing to aid. Alas, there was a time when I thought he could change, but complications arose. You, Yuma, are not him. You lack for pride, for strength as a warrior. But in their place, whatever bond we share, Yuma, it graces me with music, memories, and a shining... I wish for you to know all this. Because if nothing else, that may...
Yuma!
Hey, Sonia. Did you need...
Yeah. I haven't thanked you properly for the rescue, right? Yuma. Thank you.
Huh? No,
Untrue. You're really a part of this team now, you know? At this rate, it's me who's gonna be relying on you more.
I don't...
Huh?
I mean, we're friends, aren't we? We got to where we are because it's not just us either. Everyone.
Yeah. I guess you're... In that case, Yuma, don't go anywhere, okay? You, me...
Yeah, of course.
Hey, Yuma! You wanna see if there's a...
Sure. I'm
Miss Sonia! Yuma! What are you...
Primula?
We got a messenger from the castle. I think it's important.
I wonder what that's all about.
Right.
Oh, Yuma! Imperial...
Sonia, Yuma, I've been waiting. And
An Imperial...
This is the...
What?
What is the message?
I'm still trying to process it myself.
Huh?
Peace.
So it seems. I, Excella Noah Aura, in my...
Our country's long-stand pursuant to our terms of armistice. We are prepared to withdraw our forces. Terms will be specified at a conference to be held between Astorian and Lombardian representatives. The attendees and location of this conference are conditional to several Lombardian interests. These conditions are as follows. First, the conference is to occur in the coral caves of the Sharian coast. Second, the Lombardian delegation will be led by its Princess Excella. And finally, the Astorian delegation will be led by its citizen of recent note, Yuma Ilvern. These are the conditions. Pursuant to the above, if both parties are able to reach a peace agreement, we are prepared to offer in reparation both of the world dragon souls currently in Imperial custody. I await the prudent decision of His Majesty. Excella Noah Al.
The envoy also mentioned that the conference should take place in secret in order to avoid drawing undue. She also said that Yuma is free to bring whomever he pleases as ambassadors.
I'm gonna go ahead and say what's on that letter and a whole lot.
Right. Under such strange circumstances, too.
They've got, what, 3 dragon souls now? And they're willing to just give us 2 of them? Color me suspicious.
I wonder why they requested Yuma to be our representative.
Does this mean they're just after his radiance again?
It's a strange way of going about it if they are. They just failed to take him.
I have no idea either, but I'm leaning toward going along with it.
Huh? But...
I know it's dangerous. I know it's probably a trap. But there's a chance, right? There's a chance I could end the war. If that's the case, I want to give Excella the benefit of the doubt. I want to believe she...
I'll admit, it's an attractive... Father, she said we're allowed...
Yes, it would have...
Then there's no reason we shouldn't all go. Even if something were to happen...
Yeah, we can still protect Yuma together.
Then it's decided, yeah? Your Majesty, send him our answer.
Very well. I'll send a courier to Princess... And everyone?
Your Highness, a messenger from Astoria has arrived. It looks like they're agreeing to parley.
I see. I suppose we should set out for these coral caves.
Are you sure, Your Highness? Can we really trust him?
Who? The Dragon Slayer?
Yes. Let's just say it's probably not the best idea to trust someone like that.
I'd file Georg under secretive as well, you realize. In fact, he fits the definition far more than this.
Just call me suspicious that he's not engaged.
Well, yes. I find myself skeptical of the totality of... I knew at least some of what he said would have...
I see. I guess I can accept that. Just
Oh, enough. You are a citizen of my father's empire, and I its crown princess.
By your command, then. I'll try not to put myself in...
See that you don't. I do not care to entertain the thought of losing you.
Yes! Yes!
Enemy approaching.
Excella!
Ah, Yuma
I'm here just like you asked. Did you bring what you promised?
Naturally. The souls of the earth...
She's telling the truth. I can feel 2 world dragon souls resounding.
Then we have no further reason to delay. Shall we negotiate terms of...
Wait. I want to ask you something before we start.
What is it?
Why did you specify me? Are you just after the dragon again?
Just so. I require the Shining Dragon's cooperation in a matter of some import, before I can agree to withdrawing troops.
I knew it. If you're asking us to hand over Yuma, that's not gonna happen.
Please, a moment's patience. I do not wish to use the Shining Dragon as a weapon of war. I would pose you a question. I've heard the Shining Dragon's soul impart certain bodily change. Agelessness, for example.
Agelessness? I wouldn't know about that, but Genus did stop aging when he carried the Shining...
Genus? I see. Then he spoke true after...
You and Genus met?
The first move was his. He approached me claiming secret knowledge. A way to achieve my goals without relying upon the souls of dragons.
So your conditions for withdrawing?
I wish to borrow, on diplomatic basis only, the service of the Shining Dragon. With it, I might grant my father's dearest wish.
Immortality for the Emperor. That's your price for withdrawing from Alfheim?
No more, no less. In Alfheim itself, we have little in...
You what?
The World Dragon souls were the entire impetus for our operations here. If the Shining Dragon presents a less bloody avenue, I will explore it. There should be little issue with drawing the soldiers under my command once Yuma Ilvern's cooperation is assured.
I accept your reasoning. But whether we agree on this is another...
Yes, their desires haven't changed. They still wish to use Yuma as a tool, and we don't have a guarantee he'll be returned.
Even if this yarn she's spun about the Emperor is true, who knows? Yeah, we don't know what they'll do to Yuma.
What were you thinking, starting a war over something like that? For a single person's life, you're willing to sacrifice thousands? How many people have died? If you can't give me a good explanation for any of that, then I can't negotiate with you, let alone...
As sovereign of a nation, the Emperor's life has value on a global scale. His health is the Empire. It's only arithmetic. Comparing military losses in Alfheim to domestic ones following the Emperor's...
So you just shunted all the losses onto Astoria? Onto Welland? How many of their...
The regrettable and unavoidable nature of war.
You can't just make platitudes and expect it to go away. I won't take that for an...
I come with an open hand, offering peace, terms of armistice. And I will do what I must, even if the fighting must continue.
What do you mean, capture? Last time you tried that, you
I rested on the powers of the Diva Magica like a crutch last we fought. I won't... This time, the first strike is mine. Shut...
The world resonates in my heart.
Grant me more power!
It's over. Or rather, it was hopeless from the start.
Not yet.
You're wounded.
I must. If I fall here,
Give it a rest. There's no need to go that far.
Even if...
What?
There's no if to be had. Or does royal blood forbid me from loving my family? While you wag your tongue in ignorance, the Empire's stability, tenuous as it is, rests on his shoulders. I do not seek immortality for my own sake, but for my country's. I cannot watch him waste away, nor can I continue pretending all is well behind my wise and gentle father. My father. It doesn't matter if he's an emperor or if I'm a princess.
Excella, like I said, I understand your father's life is important. Even still, but if he's suffering, if he's in such bad shape that you're already lamenting him. Excella.
Stop, you.
Leston, why?
I admire your compassion. Master Elise would undoubtedly be proud of you. But you must understand, you can't accept something at face value simply because a princess took the time to make a speech.
He's right. Shed tears can be dangerous weapons all to themselves.
But...
You said it yourself, right? You have to accept her reasoning if you're gonna build any kind of conversation.
Even so.
Your Highness, you're not acting like yourself. Where's that cool, tough, ironclad princess?
You're right, of course. Forgive my...
See, there you go. There's a princess. Too bad, though. I was looking forward to comfort.
Still talking in circles. We really must work on that, you know. Is plain honesty truly...
Yes, it is. But I really was trying it on for some... Now, Your Highness. You...
Yes, I believe...
Excella.
It seems we are unable to reach an accord. We will, regardless, be withdrawing all troops as proposed. I trust this will serve as a sufficient first step.
What?
When my good faith has been made clear, I will return to ask the Dragon's cooperation again. Are these acceptable?
What do you think, son?
Regardless of her intent, if we can end hostilities for sure...
Welland could stand to consider it as well.
If we can end the fighting, that's reason enough. And if Excella's really sincere, I'm okay with the terms as they stand, but,
Agreed. We should report to Father before we make a final...
Your hesitation is understandable. Allow me to illustrate the extent of my devotion.
Those are...
In the interest of good faith, I present to you both dragon souls in my...
Earth and sky.
Yes. Please convey them to your King Albert. I would have him know my...
All right. Astoria accepts them. From one heir to another, Excella. I'll make sure he...
I've heard enough.
What?
Who's there?
You certainly know how to... I'll be taking those dragon souls back into Beowulf's custody.
Georg, you will stand down...
Negotiations? Gave me leave.
Traitor! What...
Don't feign ignorance. Confess! In your greed for the throne, you ordered an assassination. You.
What? Assassination? My father... Ridiculous! What are you even saying? Father killed...
Come, Excella. I would say even someone of yours... You've lost the right to claim...
Georg, what have you... Murderer!
You have no throne. Your own vassals are... You're nothing but a...
You...
Now then,
Wait, what's that sword?
Now, hear my call, and heed my summons!
Caliburn? What does Caliburn do?
Caliburn! Your master Georg commands you to...
Caliburn, stop! Your master Excella. What?
I am Caliburn of the Twin Blades of the Empire.
Why? Why won't you listen?
Poor old Caliburn can't hear you, my dear. Not the way.
Colorhorn.
Yes! I created it from the Dark Dragon's soul. It is an imitation of the Shining Dragon's own Vandal. A crowning achievement, if I do say so myself.
Caliburn, your quarries are the Dragoneer. Kill them all! I will.
Oh. So even one...
Not your concern.
Defiance, then.
That's why you gathered the World Dragon's souls?
Gjallarhorn is but a stepping stone of a great...
What?
The combined energies of all five. Together they form the key. The seal was made...
But what?
If you break the seal, the catastrophe, all those things the Shining Dragon told...
If you can't see past collateral damage...
I'm beginning to feel the drag. I don't believe I can fight.
Same here. This is...
I will.
What? You... Damn it all! You interfere...
This is not the appointed hour.
What?
You there, Wilt. Me?
Leave the Knight Sanguine to me. Take the others and run.
But...
Why are you...
Go!
Your Highness, we're getting out of here.
Right behind you.
Let's go. But we should take another route. If they pursue Excella too, the...
Right.
Piteous fool.
My turn now. I could ask you the same. You've grown quite fearsome. If that blade really is endowed with the Dark Dragon's blessing, it can only be resonance.
Damn you! What do you stand to gain from this?
We don't have to be enemies, you know. In fact, I believe I have some, and you have something.
Something I want.
You heard me. Shall we strike a deal, you and I? It would benefit both of us far more.
That's all you want? Why would you trade a world dragon's soul for the energy it's supposed to gather?
You need the sea dragon's soul more than I do. I only want the energies of the sky, earth, and dark. It seems a fair trade to me.
Well, we certainly don't have anything to lose. Even if we gave you all the dragon energy in the 3 souls we have, as long as we retain the souls themselves, we can use them as crucibles to convert common dragon energy, and we should have enough common energy to restore the amount you're asking. You seem remarkable.
I'm afraid I don't understand. Why do
I suppose you could say I'm trying to put
your past?
What it means is irrelevant. The choice is yours.
True. Fine then.
Then we have a deal?
Well, well.
This...
Oh... Now, if you don't...
Good thinking. The church's prize is so...
Yes, exactly.
We're not there yet. And once the dragon and parrot...
They're trying... The story would be wiped out.
Not just as...
What?
If Deus' seal is broken...
The catastrophe?
The Shining Dragon was telling me. If the catastrophe is unleashed, if that happens, it... The last catastrophe was during Ragnarok. The world dragons were around to seal it away, but... all we have left is the Shining Dragon. The dragon I want to use the dragon's power to save the world. So I'm begging you all, please...
Yuma. A bizarre role reversal, isn't it? You, and you shall have it, Sir Yuma. Knight of the Shining... I hereby entrust the fate of this war. My kingdom will offer
Your Majesty.
Welland stands at your side as well. The High Elves left us a legacy, and we will not...
Yuma, we'll always...
Thank you.
Do you have some kind of plan, Yuma? It's a fine...
I'd like to hear what Genus has to say. He must have known this would happen. Maybe...
Yeah, he helped us get away from Georg. He might... But where can we find him?
Hey, don't ask me.
I know you said...
I might have an idea.
Where do you think he...
The village where he was born.
You mean... But we might still learn something about the Shining Dragon said that's where the seal is.
His Radiance's vessel?
Then let's go.
As you like.